This is John with Lena. Good morning, good afternoon, good day. Happy Sunday, Lena. Happy Sunday, darling. I understand you want to address the Mercurial Millie today. Yes, the Mercurial Millie. Oy vey is me. Oy vey is me. Well, here's what we have to say. If you've been keeping up with the videos out there, and we know you have, Millie, because you subscribe to us for some reason, but you're a weird lurker who I don't know what the hell you're doing on our list, really. Except that you've always been fascinated with Lena. And that's not about to stop, I suppose, because you're still coming around, literally coming around here, because you act like it's all to help your brother, which is bullshit. Wow, we're going to air this? Yes, we are. Mercurial Millie. When Lena first met her, she was a so-called friend of Christopher's family. A sister-in-law twice removed, 4 times removed, whatever it is. Her divorced sister was married to Chris's brother, right? Lena, what was one of the first things Mildred ever said to you? Yeah, Mildred said to me in a bathroom during one of my gigs when I had just met her and I had just started dating Chris, you know, he treats all of his girlfriends like shit. You are the first one I've ever seen who he has shown any respect to. He treats them all like shit. And I can tell you this because I'm like his sister. That's what Mildred said to me. Teresa Sullivan went on to tell me the same speech. It was like a big speech going on with Christopher's so-called friends and family that I should know that I'm very lucky if he doesn't start treating me like shit too. This was a pat speech, and Mildred said it after that day often. And I don't give a damn, Mildred, if you remember that or not. You did. He treated all his girlfriends like shit. There was a million other things that she did that were completely out of line, and you don't treat your so-called brothers, your self-proclaimed brothers, and he's not your brother, and he never was like a brother to you, Mildred. Not according to him, not according to Christopher. Far from it. You don't go around telling his fucking girl that he's in love with that he treats women like shit. You weren't trying to be friendly or kind or helpful. You were trying to get me to break up with him. And I happen to know for a fact from Christopher, he told me way back when, you believe that Mildred, at our first gig together, you said to him, Mildred, I hope you're not going out with her. Don't do that. She's not good for you. Don't go out with her. You didn't even know me. You just knew that I was a singer and a songwriter, and you could tell that he was in love with me. And that was enough to tell, for you to think that you could go and tell him that. And over the years, you have proceeded to be a creep and a weirdo to me, and to turn everyone you could against me. And I know all of that. I didn't need John to tell me that, but I did have John confirm it to me. Go ahead, John. You wanted to do this video about Mildred, yeah. Well, now Millie's brother is the man upstairs that we've been talking about, who's been having a terrible time, complications, diabetes. You can imagine the horrors. It's a horror show. What's happening to him right now? He's suffering through dark night of the soul. He needs his family around him. Yes, he does. But you know what, Mildred? You don't belong over here. You don't belong here with your minivan parking in the driveway, stomping around, slamming doors, acting like you're cleaning up his apartment. You know what you belong doing? You're the one in the family that owns a house. You should be setting up a nice room for your brother to live in when he gets home from the rehabilitation center. That's what you should be doing. Not over at the Whitting house, stomping around acting like you own the fucking place, which is all you ever wanted for some reason. You're obsessed with this family, like so many others of your sickening ilk. And now you're using your poor brother as an excuse to stick your nose where it doesn't belong. You have a big house out in Long Island. Now it's time for you to step up. But no, you're watching videos and running over here whenever you can to clean up your brother's apartment. For what reason? For what reason do you need to be over here? You're not a member of this family. You're not a part of this family. And by this family, I mean the family of God. I don't care if you want to be a Whitting, go ahead. It seems to be something that you've always really secretly wanted to be, or not so secretly. I'm going over there. I'm going to be there. I want to spy. I want to see what Lena's doing. I'm going to stick my nose in, and you're just another one of these rats. You're just a rat, Mill. And that's what I wanted to say. And this is John saying it. You don't belong here. Hire a service to clean the apartment upstairs. You don't belong here. She'll be back. Oh, yeah, she'll be back. She'll probably be back today. Amazing, though. Just like fumping around, jumping up and down the stairs, parking in the driveway, slamming car doors. What a fucking nervy thing she is, yeah. She's such a nervy thing. Oh, I can't even, people, whoever watches this video, Christopher knows all this. He backs me 100%. He cannot stand her. And, now it's like you're just being an opportunist because of your brother's sickness, which is really sick. Dr. Mildred. I don't know what you're a doctor of. What are you a doctor of? Doctor of insanity. Anyway, get your shit together. And if you start coming over here, you be quiet about it. You be real quiet about it. Anything you wanted to add, John? No, not really. What do you want to do today? You didn't want to add anything, but you wanted to do this video. I did, because I don't like snoops, and I don't like nosy buddies, and I don't like liars, and I don't like nasty cunts, and that's all. That's what I felt like saying. Do you think we should air this video? I'm going to leave that up to you. All right, that's not the thing to do. All right, well, all right. Let's let it sit for a little while, okay? Let it sit for a little while, yeah. Because you seem doubtful about airing it. Did everything in it ring true to you? Yes, absolutely true to me. Absolutely. In fact, I can't even... If I was to make a list of things that woman did, said, and tried to interfere in my life. Oh, when she was screaming at Christopher to get over to Teddy's house for, I think it was the first year me and him were married, and she called up on New Year's Eve drunk, and she was like, be a man and get out of there, leave her home alone. Meanwhile, me and Chris had a house full of company. We were entertaining. We had his uncle over. We had Joey Aces was there. We were watching. My brother was there. Paul, number one Paul, our number one fan, was there. We were watching a Racerhead. I made a big pasta buffet. It was New Year's Eve. And Chris's brother Teddy lived around the corner with his then wife, Anne, which is Millie's sister. And Millie and her stupid husband, Bill, call up my apartment. Don't even say Happy New Year to me. I answer the phone and they're like, is Chris there? Yeah. And then I hear Millie screaming at Christopher, be a man and get over here. We're your real family. And it's like, we had just gotten married, I think. Or we were about to get, no, I think we were married. Were we married, John? I believe you were married at that time. You married him pretty quick. Right, we started dating in 96 and then we married in 99. So yeah, and yeah, Millie was acting up like that then. She was always acting up. She started screaming at him to be a man. Oh, yeah, I'm airing this. Yeah. Yeah, because now I don't know that anyone out there realizes exactly... I don't guess nobody really cares how Mildred acts to me, but I do. And now it's like, so yesterday I was doing karaoke and I was singing real loud. to drown out her banging around upstairs. I don't need to listen to this shit. I don't need to listen to this bitch being upstairs from me. She doesn't need to be here cleaning that apartment. She does not need to be doing that. Nobody needs to be doing that right now. That's my opinion. Certainly not her. Why is it her? Why is Mildred always fucking coming around? Why is, like, this woman is like the self-appointed troublemaker, busybody lunatic that always shows up at this fucking house? You live out on Long Island. Stay out there. Oh, and when we used to, Lena, remember when you used to go to Sound Beach? Every time me and Chris went to spend a weekend out in Sound Beach, his parents had a cottage out there. Anne would find out about it because nothing is a secret. The mother would tell Teddy, and Lynn and Chris are going out to Sound Beach. Everybody always knew when we were out there. It's not like we broadcasted it. Never. No sooner would we be unpacked, but Mildred would be calling because they live about 40 minutes or whatever from Sound Beach out on Long Island. Christopher, get over here. We want to play. We want to jam. Meanwhile, they're the worst. They're not even musicians. These people are horrible. They're terrible. But Chris used to, like, futz around with them in this little cover project before we were together. And in between his other professional projects. They call themselves MJ Claw. They were absolutely horrible. Horrible. The worst band I ever heard in my life. And I know a few bad bands. Anyway, me and Chris will be out there for a couple of days of much-needed rest and vacation. We'd bring my dogs. Mildred would be on the phone. I know you're out there. Or calling on the answering machine, leaving messages. Come out. And she would, like, guilt him into going. We'd have to fucking break up our meager weekend because we both worked like dogs at the time. And as I recall, she wasn't working then. I think you were sitting on your ass, Mildred, and you didn't even have a kid yet then. Sitting out on Long Island drinking, and we have to fucking bust up our, like, sparse weekend to go run out by you and listen to some horrible singing and guitar playing that your husband is the worst guitarist going. And then he starts telling me how to play chords. I'm like, you don't know how to play. Why are you telling me how to play? So insulting every step of the line. They were so stupid. And even Teresa's, and I would just be like being polite because I'm like, oh, these are Chris's friends. And if you got to know Chris, he's the same. He's like very polite. He's gotten better over the years, but he always was very like too polite to those people. Way too polite. And fucking idiots. They never had anything to, they had no refreshments. You had to bring everything right down to your own food. If you were going to have, be there for the day for lunch or something. I brought my own. At the time we were still eating meat. I would bring burgers for everyone. For all of them. For them too. They didn't have food. I think Mildred had in the refrigerator like big ugly carrots that looked like they were for feeding horses. Sounds about right. Yeah. It's like, what is this? I felt sorry for their dog. It's like giving their dog food. Lunatics. Who acts like this? God. Johnny. Feel better? Oh, God, it's like so long time coming with this one. And now she's stomping around here again. She's here. She's like here in the fucking... In the middle of COVID, this one's running around in this fucking house. I don't know how your family can stand you, but your family is insane too. But so, okay, and what was the other thing? I'm trying to think. There were so many things. Yeah, there were, John. Well, they hated you because you were a great singer. Well, that we all know. Remember the time you were jamming and that she told you to go take a nap? Yeah. The time I go out there, bring my amp and everything, I figured we're all going to be jamming. Christopher's like, yeah, let's go out there. They invited us for a jam. Carrying my amp. I was still able to carry an amp at that time, but brought a couple of guitars. Christopher brought his bass and stuff, and they're acting nasty to me from the get-go. Like, why do I have my equipment? Why'd you bring your equipment? I think she even asked me that. Why did you bring your amp? I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? I'm not allowed to jam, I guess. And like, as we're setting up, she comes up to me, Mildred, and she goes, do you want to take a nap? There's a bedroom in the back, and you can take a nap if you're tired. I'm like, it was like 12 in the afternoon. I just got there. I had my amp set up, and she's asking me if I want to take a nap. Teddy's wife's sitting there already drunk at 12 o'clock. She doesn't even know what's going on. Oh, God, what a mess. See? And this was the thing, this was the situation I came into when I got together with Chris. These were his supposed friends. And not one of them ended up being like a nice person. They were all horrible. All the ones from Richmond Hill and were pretty just horrible. But Mildred, she takes the cake. She's the top of the line. She's right at the top. So just air this. Yeah, go ahead and post it. It'll be fun. All right, fun. Oh, I like it. I think it's worth posting. And she's poking around and stalking you online for years already. So now she gets a love letter from Lena and Johnny. And it is sent with love, actually, because you need to look at yourself. Take a really, really good look, Mercurial Mill. Mercurial Mill. Oh, that was a great fucking documentary we watched yesterday. The one woman show, Elaine Stritch. Wow, she is fantastic. Yeah. But, she really talked about her alcoholism in a very candid way. And, I related to her a lot. I understand she's going to be coming in for a visit. Yes, she is. We're going to have Elaine Stritch. My teeth are bugging me. It's all right. It's a tell. Is that what that is? Yeah, it's a tell. Just relax. You're fine. Yeah, my tooth hurts. It's all right. You're okay. Promise. All right. I love you, Johnny. Don't you worry about a damn thing. Post. Okay. Post.